You hear me in my other video how many times I say Kimber Custom 2? I say Kimber Custom 2 the whole friggin' video. And it was Kimber CDP. I mean, what the hell is wrong with my brain? Jesus. Kimber CDP. You know what it is? I miss my Kimber's Custom 2, so I really do miss that gun. That thing was sweet. Yeah, so that's really not what this video is about. Let's get on what this video is about. This ain't much better. I had a video yesterday I was going to do for you, but I had a problem with, I bought a ambidextrous selector switch for my AR. I know I'm not left-handed, but I just would like to have it because to me I consider that an upgrade. I want my AR with upgrades. It just makes it worth more money and makes it more cool to me. And you know, I looked at it and I said, an ambidextrous selector switch, that'd be pretty cool. They're easy to put in. So what I did was I ordered one specifically for a DPMS, so I wouldn't have any problems. I know you can use a Troy Industry, you know, but I just said, you know what, my luck, let me order one directly, a DPMS selector switch, ambi. Okay, so that's what I did. Figuring if I do that, I won't have any problems. Do I have any problems? Oh yeah, oh yeah. If you buy a ambidextrous selector switch and you're having problems with it, flipping back and forth, I'm going to show you why it did it to me, and this might be the same problem for you. And if this is the problem, you really can't fix it, you need to send it back. You could fix it with a file. Why would you do that? It's a $35 part. It's not cheap. So I sent it back to the company I got it from, and hopefully he you know, reimburses my account, or he can send me another one. I put a little note in there for him. So I got the money back for my XDS, and so I had AK money again. So I'm on the hunt for an AK, and then I'm looking, and I'm looking, and I'm going to all these different gun shops. You know, I see these gun shops, you know, I'm not blaming them. They have to sell, they have to make a profit on their firearms. And certain gun shops get guns for certain prices, and another gun shop can get, say one gun shop ordered an AK, he has to pay figure $550 for it. So he's going to sell it for $700. If he's paying $550, he's going to make some money on it. He might even sell for $650. You know, so you can't get mad at the gun shops. It depends what they get it for. Some gun shops will get it at a lower price. Depends what time of the year, what's going on, if there's a ban to be threatened, prices soar, that's it. So I called my local gun shop and he said, I have an underfolder here, and I went and looked at it, and it was a Polish underfolder, one of those Polish ones, and it was nice. It had the Tapco trigger in there and all. It wasn't a double hook trigger, but it had the nice trigger. And it was the Polish underfolder, and but he wanted over $700 for it. And I'm like, you know what? I cannot pay that much for an AK for what I want to do. I'm not going to pay $700 plus tax. So figure by the time you're done, figure now you're up to $760 or whatever. I am not going to pay that much for an AK if I'm going to take all the furniture off it and then upgrade it. I'll be into that gun for like over like $1,100, but that's dumb. I need to get one for around $500. Even if it's used. When it comes to AKs, I don't like buying used guns, but when it comes to AKs, a used AK is fine, unless it's really beat. If it's slightly used, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter with the AKs. If you guys can find an AK out there and it's used a little bit, and you got to grab it. Don't worry about that stuff. It's a whole different animal, the AK platform. Just for instance, I went to the South Philly Gun Club. And he said, dude, I just had an Arsenal here, which you guys know I'm not a big fan of Arsenal because it's not the gun, it's the trigger I don't like, but that can be changed. He said, I just had an Arsenal here, and I just sold it for $500. I was like, what? He goes, yeah, it was a little used. I'm like, so what? I would have grabbed it right away because that's the money I want. All the gun shops I called, I just sold it, I just sold it, I just sold it. You know, one guy had a Yugo underfolder. Really not looking for an underfolder. But at this point in the game, I do miss my Yugo. That was one of the smoothest AK shooting guns I ever had, and I would have grabbed it. I said, well, do you still have it? No, I just sold it. I just sold it. So it looks like everyone's buying these friggin' AKs, man. So it's going to suck. The only thing I could do is just hang on tight. There's a gun show in August, and I think it's early August, and maybe I'll find one there. That's if I have money by that time. You know, it's burning in my pocket. So I have the AR here because I just wanted to show you what the selector switch was doing. Now here's the selector switch if you're not familiar with rifles, if you're just getting into guns. Let me make sure it's safe. Now, here's what it was doing. Just in case, I was going to take it out and actually show you, but I'd rather take it out when I do the installation video. This way you can learn how to do that. Is it going to focus? Let's wait. Come on. Okay, it looks like it's focused now. The switch. All right, let me pull the charging handle. Okay, now when I put the new selector in, the ambidextrous one, I couldn't move the switch, and I'm like, why won't this switch move? Why is it binding up? So what I did was I took it out and I compared my switch to the ambi switch, and how it works is there's a detent pin that drops down into the hole, and the detent pin rides on the switch. There's a groove in the switch, and there's a hole on each side of the groove. Now the holes in the new part that I was going to put in, the holes were drilled too deep. So the detent pin was falling into the hole too deep, and it would not let me move the switch back and forth. And I called the guy and I told him about it, and I think he had a hard time in believing me. He's like, dude, I saw hundreds of thousands of these. I've never heard that before. I said, well, guess what? You had this. There's a problem with this one. It was drilled wrong. You know, that shit happens. So I know it's hard. You know, and I think maybe it's me because I make a lot of mistakes. So let me try it again. I tried it again. Would not. As soon as I dropped the pin in spring and air, put the pressure on it, I could not move this. So then I took this out and I put it right next to the one that I bought, side by side, and you can clearly see that the holes were deeper in the new one, and the holes in this one are more shallow, and they're smoothed out. There's no edges, so the detent pin can ride from hole to hole. I don't understand if you understand what I mean. It rides out of the hole, goes through a groove, and boom, goes in the hole. Out of the hole, through the groove, and boom, goes in the other hole. And Eric, I know you're touching yourself when I say that stuff. I hate saying anything like that because I know he's watching, touching his balls. Anyway, I had to send it back. So if I can find one that works right, I will do a video showing you how to put the ambidextrous selector switch in. That would have been a cool video, but that's why you're not seeing that. Alright, yeah, this video is getting too long. I thought this was going to be a fast one. So this is what happens when I went on a hunt for ammunition in an AK. All I found was, man, I went to Walmart, they didn't have no 45 ACP. None. Well, I did get 2 more packs of these 30 bulk pack shoot and see targets. And I also got, which is not gun related, but because I'm always getting lost, I'm not always getting lost, it's because every time I drive with Ron, he's very distracting. He's an annoying person, and I get lost all the time. Ron, look what I got. This way we won't have any problems no more. This is a Garmin, and it's a 5-inch screen. It's a little navigator, and it's like extra special. It's really cool. And I got this at Best Buy for, usually it's $180 or something. I got it for $127. I said, give me that bitch. So here it is. I won't get lost anymore. When I go to Cabela's, we'll get there quicker. Nice big screen. I think it's like 5 inches. I know it's not gun related, but that's what I did with my gun money this month. I needed to get this, so that's the way it goes, buddy. That's the way it is. That's life, like the old man says. So that's it, guys. That's the video I got today. It's just an update, really, on what's going on. Can't find no AKs, and when I do find them, they're way too much money. And when I find a good price, they just sold it.